In this lesson, we're going to go over what you will learn. You're probably interested in knowing what you would learn from the lessons that are included in this video. So let's talk about that. Well, there's a broad range of topics, mostly because forensics, particularly computer forensics, requires a pretty broad background in technology and understanding systems so that you know where it is that you're going to be looking for evidence as you're going through an investigation. We're going to be talking about preparing for an investigation and how you would go about preparing for an investigation, the things that you need to know before you get involved in investigation. We're going to be talking about ethics because ethics is really important for a forensic investigator, if not simply because if you are called to be an expert witness for the forensic examination that you have performed, those ethics are going to be really important so that you are believable as an expert witness. We're going to be talking about evidence acquisition, where you can find pieces of evidence and how you would go about acquiring that evidence and pulling it apart and seeing what's actually there. We're going to be talking about how to be an expert witness and the important factors that go into being an expert witness. We're going to be talking about legal versus corporate investigations. There is a difference between a legal investigation and a corporate investigation. Not all investigations are made the same. So there are differences between legal and corporate investigations, and we'll be talking about those. There's a lot of technical material here. We're going to be talking about forensic tools, how they are used, and how they operate. So tools like ProDiscover, FTK, and Encase, which are all commercial tools. We're also going to be going over some freeware tools like SleuthKit, as well as the Deft Linux distribution that's designed specifically for things like forensic examinations. We're going to be talking about wireless networks. We're going to be talking about malware and network evidence. We're also going to be going into some of the internals of Unix operating systems, Windows, Linux, Mac OS, some of the details about the operating systems and how they function, and specifically how they function so that you can understand where it is you're going to be looking for evidence and why you're going to be looking there, and the type of evidence you may expect to find in those locations. So when we're talking about operating systems, we're talking about file systems. We're going to be talking about where the files are located, how they're stored. We're going to be talking about virtual memory, program operation, specifically when we get to malware analysis. We're going to be talking about how programs operate. We're going to be talking about partitions, as well as deleted files and recovery of the information that was stored in those deleted files. Hidden data. Not surprisingly, people who do bad things, in the cases where they are doing bad things, as opposed to just people who don't know what they're doing and something bad happens to them. Bad people want to hide information. So there's steganography, which is hiding information inside of something else. There's slack space on your system, knowing what slack space is and what actually may be hidden there. And we're going to be talking about hidden partitions. So in conclusion, there's a good amount of technical material in this set of lessons. We've got operating system specifics like file systems and virtual memory. And we're going to be talking about recovering hidden data. So I hope that you find this range of material interesting, and it interests you enough to go digging through the rest of the lessons that are here.